Hi everyone, this is FNGR.
And I'm Y2K Toon Critic. I mean, Toon Critic Y2K. Damn it, FNGR.
And today we're announcing the winner of the big 8-man tournament that started off with Dr. Wolf, Josh Scorcher,
Silverquill, Manga Common, The Bronian Ocean, I Love Kim Possible a Lot,
Lightning Bliss, and Tyandega. And after all of that, we got down to the elite of the elite, the best of the best. Mr. Critic, would you do the honors?
And the all-time award for the best big Brony analysis and review channel goes to... Well, wait a minute. That's a weird way to spell Silverquill.
Hey, let me see that. Shut the hell up.
A reminder that it's not the size of the dog in the fight, but the size of the fight in the dog. I always believed in her. Now, excuse me, I gotta go get out of town. I might have a bookie looking for me on a totally unrelated note.
Different show tune. I want to give a special thanks for Lightning Bliss and her continued involvement not just with analysis, but with the community in general. Bliss has been a wonderful paragon of professionalism, open-mindedness, as well as an adventurous side seriously lacking in many of the old guard in the community. And why I don't appreciate everything Bliss does, she's been more than friendly to many of my friends, when many others were thinking only of themselves. I'm proud of the fandom that thought of a person who thought of all of us, big and small. When the day comes when Lightning Bliss hangs it up and calls it a lifetime in Pony, she will be sorely missed. If not for her varied content, but her strength of character.
Sheesh, is this a celebration or a wake? Come on, let's give it all up for Blissy Boo.
We're going to, for at least for a time, retire Bliss from Analysis Daily, or anyone else who ends up picking up 2 wins, for the sake of variety.
Speaking of that variety, Fatmanfalling by the narrowest of margins surpassed Tricky Fox, somewhere between, 1 and 4 votes?
Hey, let's not get too specific, but yes, it was super tight and close. This is a friendly reminder, every last vote does matter. Deckard Spade over Riley Miller. So in the next 2 weeks from the release of this video, voting will be closed. This is super simple. Do not edit your post. Either pick Fatmanfalling or Deckard Spade. You can get away with Deckard or even just typing out Fat. It's 1 vote. I know Fatmanfalling has been pursuing this forever, and he has had a wonderful mix of insight and humor. He never resorted to being just a gag reel or just analysis. His insights have always been welcome. And since this is the final, I'm going to play 2 clips for each contestant. Deckard has had a wealth of diverse insights and a great balance of maturity and hooliganism.
Is that even a word?
You know, I don't feel like this is going to be the last show. All of your involvement, from top to bottom, have given me hope for the community, the fandom. It's been an amazing ride, so one more time, vote below. Let these 2 content creators feel your love. Godspeed.
Well, look at you people. The winner is Lightning Bliss. Hang on, let me just go get my list of short jokes over here. Guys, it's perfectly manly to like Rainbow Bright.
McCoy's in Season 5, and now the Montagues and Capulets? But if you'll permit me to undercut that a little, this story isn't actually Romeo and Juliet.
If they do see thee, they will murder thee.
I mean, the similarities go about as far as lovers defined as star-crossed
They had that star-kissed kind of love.
from rival families who died, if they are actually dead.
If Mom and Dad were here, they'd be so proud of you.
I mean, my headcanon's always been that they ascended to alicorn status and said, fuck this gay Earth, and are currently flying around the cosmos on a wicked awesome space adventure. What did you pessimistic douchebags think this scene was signifying? Not to mention that Burnt Oak and Granny Smith would be dead if this was actually following Romeo and Juliet. But nonetheless, it's still a brilliant way to get all the appropriate implications across in a kid-friendly way that said kids won't be equipped to understand or appreciate until they get to high school. Unless they covered Hamlet, which is probably how Scootaloo's parents died. All of the differences from Romeo and Juliet actually make this romance seem far more legitimate. I mean, it's not a...
Jack's parents, of course. In the course of writing the romance and how these 2 met, they did a very good job, minus a few canonical errors. I mean, seriously, either Mrs. Cake changed her name or the writers forgot. After Apple Bloom meets Grandpere, she decides to find out more about her family with her siblings. And this is a good angle to do this from, because, well, they're not around anymore. They don't outright say that the parents are dead, but they say that the family needs to get the information from their friends. And they're not introducing that many new characters. The fact that they go back to the family historian, Mrs. Cake, and Mayor is a nice touch. I also like Burnt Oak's design. That country rancher kind of feel. Part of me can picture him leaning on a fence with Bright Mac going, yup, as they drink cider. And speaking of designs, Bright Mac and Pear Butter have some pretty good ones. Not only do you see some of the genetic traits that got passed off between the two of them, you also see their personality.
Now, this episode doesn't only take pot shots at season 4.
Twilight was better before she got wings.
I mean, why would there be any information about Twilight without wings in the journal? Or why would anyone from Ponyville get caught up in the hype at all? They do get bonus points for showing that they distributed the book all around Equestria and using a bunch of new pony models. So it wasn't just the Ponyville crowd acting like idiots, even though they did still get caught up in the hype. But this episode does go as ham on itself as it does on, well, us, analysts. The episode even starts off on a note of, boy, we sure do repeat ourselves a lot.
That sounds familiar.
Geez, if only there was some way we could get everybody on the same page. Wait, page! The journal! Yes! But wasn't the notion of trying to boil friendship problems down to easily repeatable patterns by stripping out all the nuance, you know?
Honesty. Who would have thought that this would blow up in her friend's face? You know, not being direct. The resolution doesn't happen until after they announce that they're the Mayor duel. Which is something that tells me that this episode could have been resolved sooner. This episode really paints Rainbow Dash in a bad light. Yes, she has a fat head, but she's been doing everything for a good reason. She genuinely wants to help ponies. But the others think that giving any credit at all is such an extreme that they have to wear a mask and teach a lesson. Yes, pride in excess can be a bad thing, but that's the key lesson. In excess. There's usually a middle ground. Applejack says a real hero doesn't brag. But honestly, a person should be able to indulge a little bit in their accomplishments. If they brag a little bit, it's fine. Roll your eyes, shrug it off, and accept it. It's when it ends up happening to the detriment of others around them.
Hey, cheap plug moment. If you're still here, if you're looking for How Not to Brony, it's on my channel, Fan and Frenzy, link down below. And by the way, Astrolace, YouTube literally sent me a message that they're not going to take any action because they felt what I was doing was fair use and your claim was garbage. I just kind of thought that I'd put that here because I'm tacky. Also, don't forget to check out King of Limbo we just had on Stupid Private. Next week, we'll be having on Dylan Thomas's girlfriend, Mean Thomas? I'm not going to read into that. I don't quite know what she does yet. I'd make a joke here, but I refuse to lose any more friends, so yeah. Go check out Fan and Frenzy for How Not to Brony, and for no good reason for King of Limbo. Thank you, fuck you, bye.